On this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to greatly reduce the rattling sounds on your garage door, so make sure you stay tuned. Hey there friends, welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, consider pressing the subscribe and notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. Most of the time, the rattles comes from the rollers and its stem, and all around the different areas as well. Stay tuned for this video and I'll be showing you the secret on how to reduce the rattles. I'm gonna open this garage door for you friends. This is a fairly brand new garage door. Let's go with method number one. The rollers that came with this one are these hard plastic versions. Other version rollers that are very loud as well, that rattles a lot, are the metal type. So determining on which one you have, either one will make a lot of noise going onto this steel track. We're gonna go change out those rollers with a quieter type roller, which is made out of nylon. This one is by Duralift and it has better bearings for a quieter, smoother operation. I'll leave a link on the description down below so you can go check these out if you're interested. These are a lot more squishier and look how smooth these bearings are. There are two methods that I know of on how you can remove the rollers. One method is by removing the track itself, and the other method is by removing the hinges and bending the track. This is very dangerous if you don't know what you are doing, so make sure that if you're unconfident with this type of work, please hire a certified and qualified technician that works specifically on garage. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Now I'm going to be showing you method number two, which is pretty much the icing on top to reduce these rattles on your rollers. And that's by adding these right here. This is super easy to install. This is our old roller right here. Here's the stem. You take that sleeve, you just slide it. It is nice and snug in there. And here is that lock washer. You just place it on top and then we do a quick tap on there to lock it in place, and that's pretty much it. Now you're probably asking, what is the purpose of this? It's pretty much to avoid the metal to metal contact. This thing will dampen the impact or the rattle onto this right here. So since we just put this roller, we're still gonna get that rattling sound, because if you look at here, now that is the metal to metal from the roller stem onto the hinge tunnel. This roller stem sleeve, all you have to do is slide that in there, easy. It's a little bit muffled now. Instead of, if we take this off, see that high-pitched sound? And then we place this sleeve inside. It has become muffled in sounds. Sure, you're still gonna get a little bit of rattle, but the sound has been muffled. Now that is one of the biggest secrets out here that I don't see much people showing people. So if you're interested on this sleeve right here, and it comes with the lock washers as well, I have this on my Fix This House store website. I'll leave the link of the website on the bottom on the description down below. Check out that link to my website. I have these available. Now you're gonna take this lock washer, just like that. You can just use one of these deep sockets. This just happened to be a 13mm. Replace it over like so, and then just take your hammer and pound it to lock it in place. And again, you don't need to tap it super hard. You just do a very light tap. And that locks in place right there. That sleeve will not come out now. We're gonna do that on all 10 of the rollers. Well, all 9 left, because that is the 10th one. And that's pretty much gonna muffle all that rattling sound. See that? It is nice and muffled, not one of those high-pitched like what I showed you before. Pull up here, hear that rattling. We put the sleeve over it, and it's The noise has been greatly reduced, the rattle. Okay friends, so now we have all the roller sleeves installed, all 10 of them, both on each side. Now we're gonna go listen to the sound of this with the nylon rollers and with the added cherry on top, which is the sleeves for the rollers. I'll let you hear the before. And this is the after. So in my opinion, I think it's good to lubricate your garage door every 6 months or so. The two products that I'm going to be showing you today that you can use to lubricate all the moving parts in your garage is this WD-40 white lithium grease. This other brand by Lucas, it's also a white lithium grease, but it's not a spray version. It's more of a gel type version that you can apply. If you want to go with the simple application and it's just a spray on version, this white lithium grease by WD-40 is probably the easiest way to go. These two products, I'll leave a link on the description down below if you're interested. Also, take note that don't use regular WD-40. The regular WD-40 is not meant for lubrication on hinges, okay? So make sure you don't use that. Use the white lithium grease by WD-40. Link on the description down below. So one of the areas that we're going to be focusing on lubricating are these hinges on this garage door. There's about 15 total, 5 on top, 5 in the middle, and 5 on the bottom. Now let me just show you how much friction these hinges actually have. This hasn't been lubricated yet, and it actually squeaks when I turn it around like this. Okay, so let's apply some lithium grease on this. Make sure you shake this out really well. Just gonna apply a little bit. I suggest you get a piece of rag, wear gloves when you're doing this because you are still working with chemicals, so you don't want this absorbing through your skin. You want to place a piece of rag underneath there so that you can capture all the excess and this doesn't drip all over your flooring or top of your car. It's very important you focus on where these connections are. After you apply this, just give it a good wipe to get all the excess. Just gonna turn it. Look at the difference now. Now that I'm turning this, that squeak that we heard before is actually gone. And you're going to repeat that process on all of your hinges. In this case, this is one of the 15 that I have to do. I want to point this out specifically when we get to where the rollers are located. You see a hinge here, and also you see a roller. So you want to stay away from the rollers. Just focus on the hinges right here. But we are going to lubricate where that roller pin is at. So inside there, we're going to apply a little bit of lithium grease, even though it's a little loose, but never lubricate the rollers themselves. A little bit on the inside. Once we get that going, we're going to rotate this so that we can evenly spread that lithium grease on the inside of the tube. So next we're going to focus still on the hinges. Notice how each hinge is bolted down. I'm going to be using this 11mm socket wrench, and we're just going to go and test out if any of them are loose. So make sure that they are nice and tight. I know given this garage door is only 6 months old, it's probably not going to be as loose as an older garage door, but we still just want to check if they are nice and tightened down. Again, you're not going to go apply force on these. You're just going to go and test out. If they are loose, you're going to tighten it nice and snug. It doesn't hurt to check if any of them are loose, because if they do end up loose, there's a possibility that that's going to create the rattle and you're going to break your garage door in the future. The next area that we're going to be focusing on is this arm right here, where it actually connects the garage door to the railing right here. Now to get to that part, I am going to be using a step ladder. So if you have one or something you can step on safely, please use that. Two parts on this arm that has the movement is on this and also around here. The next area that we're going to focus on is this track where this feeds. Now this is a belt driven garage door. There's also a chain driven. You don't want to get any white lithium grease or any type of lubricant onto this belt. So you want to protect this as much as possible. If I run my finger through this track right here, you can see that it's fairly dirty, like so, and clean off that debris under there so that we can have a nice clean track before we apply that white lithium grease. And we're going to go all the way to the each end And don't forget also the other side as well. You don't want to get any white lithium grease on the belt itself. So what you can do is you can either lift it up like this, or you can cover it with a piece of rag or plastic. But this should be easy. Just lift it up like so, and then just spray along this track. Make sure you do it on each side. And just wipe down the excess. Now, newer model garages have these tension springs. I had a garage door before that had the Wayne Dalton Torquemaster. Those were pretty much had the cable drums on each side. If you have that kind of older version, all you gotta do is you're just gonna pretty much spray each one of the drums. But for this one, it's fairly easy for this tension spring. We're just gonna apply some lithium white grease on top of this. The white lithium grease is pretty much, it's a lot more like a gel type. This is pretty much all just gel. It looks just like toothpaste. I'll do one side with this and the other side with the sprayed WD-40 spray white lithium, but they're pretty much the same deal. You're just gonna apply it like so. You can just rub this with your fingers like that. Looks a little bit more messy, but you get the picture. I just put down the straw. We're gonna use this spray. It does have this label right here. I'm just gonna go and spray it down like so. See how fast and easy the application is. So I might just have to save this label right here. I don't want to get this wet. Spray the rest of this. See the difference? I'm not gonna apply the rest. I'm probably just gonna spray the rest of this with this. I also forgot, this is a moving part right here. I'm just gonna spray a little bit of white lithium grease right here. Make sure we get each side of this. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. For the last part, it's mostly not spraying anything, it's mostly cleaning. What you can do is you can take your piece of rag right here, or a lot of people I've seen use a sock to get this done, but a piece of rag will work. You're just gonna go take this rag and you're gonna clean along those railings right there. Now make sure you do both sides. Go from the very end. And this being so brand new, it's been only 6 months since this got installed. If you look right there, you can actually, oh man, whoever installed this left some metal shavings. Wow, metal shavings right underneath there. Not very professional. Wow, they actually left some metal shavings. Wow, that's surprising. Good thing we ended up cleaning this. It's probably causing some of the rattles. When you get your garage door installed, check for that. The person who installed this did not even clean out the metal shavings. Again, I suggest that you do this every 6 months, twice a year, so that you can properly maintain everything working, everything moving and lubricated, extend the life of your garage door. The sleeves right here with its lock washers, I have this available on my Fix This House website. Make sure you check the link on the description down below for that website that I have. A pack of these, they come in 10, perfect for all the rollers on your garage. I'm probably the first one to introduce these sleeves to you on a video, so I'm highly impressed also on the noise reduction and the rattling reduction on these. Still gonna be a slight rattle, but it's gonna be muffled and you'll see a night and day difference on that. Okay, so super easy to install. If you have any questions how to install these, which is fairly easy, leave a comment down in the section down below. And if you found this video helpful, friends, please hit that big thumbs up, press the subscribe notification bell, and I'll see you friends on the next garage how-to and future videos.